a sex scandal making national headlines. An internal investigation uncovering several Laverne police officers having sex with each other, some while on the job and on city property. Officer Meagan was fired for being at the center of the sex investigation.
Here is what we know. An internal investigative report documents explicit and graphic detail of officers involved in sexual misconduct, some of it happening while on duty and on city property. 5 have been fired.
So police officers are human beings like we are. When they go home, crazy stuff I'm sure goes down in their homes.
Yeah.
Between their spouses, their kids, their family members, their friends, whatever. They have mental health issues like we do, all kinds of stuff, right? So the biggest thing is when you're in a position of public responsibility, then there's another level of imperative on you to be a certain way. I get that, which is why I think this is such a big deal.
Newly elected Alderman Kara Hobbs says since the story broke on Friday, she's been flooded with constituent calls. Hobbs says details of the investigation made public so far have shaken public confidence in the PD.
There's definitely going to be a time period where we're going to have to really emphasize rebuilding the trust of our community.
And obviously the organizations have internal policies and stuff like this, like no fraternization, no whatever. So I get that too, which is why they were fired probably.
All 8 officers signed off on the department's sexual harassment policy when they were first hired.
But I guess in my mind at first I was thinking, did some criminal acts occur? No. It's just a bad look.
At this point, these are all internal police department violations, but I did talk to the Rutherford County District Attorney. He says at this point there's no evidence of criminal activity, but it's something he will be watching very closely.
I don't care what people do in the comfort of their own home. The only problem is the fact that they're doing that work. And let's say for whatever reason something important happens, like, oh, I tried to call a cop. Oh, why didn't he show up? Oh, he was busy getting fellatio. Matter of fact, the whole department was busy. Why was the whole department busy? Because they're over at her house, you know.
You see the drinks served to Cleveland police officers in uniform on duty. This video helped get 4 patrolmen fired. Police radio tape reveals the officers stopped at this bar just outside city limits. Security cameras captured the police getting food and drinks. The video shows the officers there more than an hour. At least one officer drank alcohol, then left to handle a call from police radio, then went back to the bar. All lied on reports of what they did during that shift.
That's what the whole problem is. It's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
It's not the fact that she's sleeping around or doing whatever. Because listen, do whatever you want. We're all grown ups. But it's the fact that you got the whole department there. It makes the whole department look bad. And if someone really needs the cops, it's
all assigned to the city's 4th district, known for lots of calls and violence. We met a citizen who had called police for trouble during the time those officers were at the bar.
Caller stating they heard 6 shots in the area. Code 1.
We'll be out of the vehicle. We'll give you the description when we get to it.
By the time they got here, it was over with.
Sitting down in a bar in uniform, these guys didn't try to hide, but what the cameras captured ended their careers.
That was my other thing that I was thinking.
What?
It's like, okay, was there a decrease in the effectiveness of their performance because of these things? If the answer is yes, they need to be fired yesterday. If the answer is no, and there was no decrease in their performance.
I mean, listen, I'm not for them getting fired, actually. I'm really not.
I do think they should be fired if the policy is...
If they're doing that work, yeah.
If the policy says you can't have sexual relations with coworkers, they should be fired.
How did this... Because I know there has to be some kind of whistleblower.
How'd it leak?
Yeah, how'd it leak?
Someone walked into the coffee room and said, excuse me, saw her down on her knees getting fellatio, and they went to the captain and said, Captain, Stewie Griffin is giving oral fellatio to Bob. And
Bro.
That's what happened. Simple as that.
I think the other interesting thing is that when they spoke to their husband, the husband said that he's going to stand beside her. He gets Simp of the Year, guys.
Apparently they've been together since they were in college. This man's probably seen a lot of things with this woman.
Yeah.
You would imagine, right?
Yeah.
She probably had many choo-choo trains run on her in the past, right? Are we be honest?
Yeah.
So he's probably tried to work it out with her a few times. She doesn't have respect for this man.
The fact that she told everyone she's in an open marriage and then he confronted her about cheating, which lets you know that they're probably not in an open marriage if he's confronting her about cheating.
She's in open marriage. He's not. Like Warren Buffett said, the most important decision you will ever make in your life is who you choose to marry. He chose poorly.
My first wife, who is a whore, by the way, where do you think I met her? A bar. Our wedding night, we had group sex. I wasn't involved in it. I could hear it through the wall. She was amazing. And then it was exactly 23 months later that I found out that she was an actual whore.
We discovered her on the street.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that when they comment, like when they ask her, like, how do you feel about it? She's like, oh, I just want to move on. Like, there's no like, I'm sorry, or blah, blah, blah.
Because she's not. No remorse. She was bragging about doing what she did.
Well, to be honest, she really should feel bad about sleeping with them. It just feel bad for doing it, like I said, on people's time.
And that she cheated on her husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, on people, so you know, like what people like to say, she was doing all that on taxpayers' time. We're essentially paying for officer whatever the heck to get fellatio on the job. I don't live in that county or whatever, so I didn't pay for it.
It didn't come out of my pocket. Yeah. This has been bad decisions, guys. It looks like she made all the bad decisions. Matter of fact, no, her husband made an even worse decision.
Ooh, that's
because he stayed with her. Why?
That's a good take. Her husband made a bad decision.
What, bro?
Get to the root of it. Her husband made a bad decision. That's the root of it,
bro.
Jedediah.
Because you're right. He knew who he married.
He knew who he married, bro.
He knew who he married.
Come on, man.
You're taking this L, man.
You gotta hold the L. Not Stewie. What's your name?
So she's Stewie Griffin.
She's like Stewie Griffin, man. Especially that picture she's in at the table. Oh my god. What's his name? Jedediah. You gotta hold the L, Jedediah.
So hold on. She's Stewie Griffin. Do you think the husband looks like Peter Griffin?
No, he doesn't. The husband looks better than her.
He looks like Peter Griffin, bro.
No, he doesn't. The husband. If
pull up the picture.
If the husband like had someone like style him, he'd be good. And then her, I'm gonna say she's about 3 points below him. I'm gonna keep it real.
We got real on this one today, guys.
Yeah, sorry guys. Dang, I feel bad, kind of. Not really, sort of, not really.
I don't feel bad either. She's enjoying trains, planes, and automobiles. And he's enjoying nothing. All I gotta say is, all aboard. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're out.